What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Wardcast, your weekly source for video game news, machinima, and survival horror discussion, updates on the Ward, and more. I'm your host, Sean Clark, alongside Jazz Rich.
Tastes like hot dog.
Alec Funnel.
Stop touching my hot dog.
And Carmen Dela Cruz.
Why is shepherd's pie if it has no crust?
I mean, you could give it crust. I don't know. This week, we're talking about the collateral damage of Unity, Silent Hill Ascension coming soon, everyone's favorite, the digital future, and more. But before we get into all that, hey, Jess, how was your weeks and your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving, it was cold. It was the usual. It rained actually all weekend. Lots of food though, and lots of doing things. So my back is sore. Yeah.
Good things, hopefully.
No.
Oh,
Like
no.
like getting the cottage closed, helping my mom, because not a lot of people were. But like I was a little bit limited, so I feel bad that I had to like sit down a lot and take breaks a lot, so I couldn't help her like as much as I wanted to. But we got it done. We left a little bit later than I expected, but like we did take a few times to like stop and talk to the neighbors. But we always close on Thanksgiving weekend. And she's saying that we're not going to do that next year because it's too stressful, and there's like everybody's up there, but like nobody's helping. So it's, I mean, some of my cousins help, but not as much as we'd like. But I did manage to play some video games, even though I didn't bring any video games up there. My sister has, and I do not want one personally, but she has this thing, which is also my show and tell. It's the Super Nintendo that has like 10 games on it.
Baby
Oh, is that the official one?
It's a little baby one.
Yeah.
Baby plug and play.
It has more than 10 games, doesn't it?
I thought it had like 40 or.
No, it doesn't have 40.
It has like 10. It has like almost nothing. I played it because I'd been wanting to play Link. Is it Link to the Past? The SNES one? Yeah. I've been wanting to play that for a while, but that's like super expensive and I can't find it for like a decent price. And like it was on there, so I was like, oh cool. And I played some Mega Man X because I like that one. I played it a lot when I was younger. But then I played a new game and I played Super Metroid. I had never played it before. And so I was having fun being a little ball and blowing things up.
I would give you shit for that, but I haven't played it either. Yeah. What?
Yeah, so I enjoyed Super Metroid. So she takes it home for the winter because they think that electronics are gonna die if they're up there during the winter. And so, well, like I don't know if it's like ironic or whatever, but I usually like store my mom's like the TV from the cottage at my place in the winter, and so I brought it back in my car, but I still haven't like taken it out of my car, and it like fell over and it got a little crack in it. So ironically, like her electronics died in my car.
Oh no.
So I was like, I owe you a TV. She's like, oh, whatever, like we've got until spring. I'm like, oh, you didn't say no. Okay. But whatever, it's like a little TV. Those are expensive now. So yeah, like I played some games. It was fun. I read a little bit of Cujo, but I've been sick, so and sore and me. So I'm up to taking about like 11 pills every day. So I get really tired and like still the lack of energy. So when I'm reading and I had just taken like my sleepy time nighty night tea, I'm like reading the very small print in Cujo and I fall asleep. So I'm like, oh great, okay, well he's bit now. He's got the rabies now, so it's getting interesting. But I already know what's gonna happen, so that's good. Yeah. Other than that, I watched a couple of horror movies. I said I would, so I did. I watched No One Will Save You. There's this girl. There's like the whole town is like doesn't like her or something, so she's like kind of isolated, but she's like one of those like crafty, like really weird. And then there's like fucking randomly aliens one night, and I don't know if you see the trailer. Honestly, I thought I was gonna get scared of it because like Signs scared me, and it gave me like Signs and like spooky like ghost like spooky movie kind of vibes. If you watch the trailer is like the scariest part of the movie. Like that part from the movie is the scariest part. After that, it's just kind of like it's cool and it's weird and it's a thinker. It's psychological. I mean, it was okay. It was a good movie, but like it wasn't as spooky as I thought it was. But I would recommend it anyways because it was good. And then I also watched Knock at the Cabin. It's a M. Night Shyamalan movie. And that one was good. I was expecting it to be like super creepy because anytime there's a cabin in the woods kind of thing, like it's spooky, but it was more of like apocalyptic and like it was Shyamalan. So you either get scary or you get like the fuck's going on. Oh, that's what it was. What a twist. So
what
it was
a twist.
It was good. So I haven't been watching as many as I want, but I will watch more. And I think other than that, Minecraft and maybe PUBG. Don't remember. Yeah. That's it. That's what I did.
Nice.
Adele?
That was kind of this thing, but I guess if you want another one, I bought this thing at the store yesterday.
Are you gonna wear it?
No,
Are you gonna fuck it?
It's like this. Ow.
Wow.
Ooh, so way to make a good weapon.
Break it in half and you can wear it like Lara.
I wish. Yeah, just like it's too small.
Just put it on top of your head or wear it like as a big ass necklace
Or
thing right there.
Yeah, right. No, it's just like a decoration for my shelf because it's really cool. It makes me think of when
Whack somebody with
when
it.
my mom was at a condo, like not where she is now, but the one before. There was this crawl space, so a basement, but they called it a crawl space because I guess it's like the ceiling was a bit lower, and there was what I call the catacombs because it was just like this hall, and it was like really low and really like not wide, like you could just fit through and you couldn't like extend your arms, and it was just like I guess an extra storage, but it was I don't know what the fucking point was.
Oh,
It's
creepy.
under the stairs, but it wasn't a closet, so it was just weird. And there was these
Is it
beams
creepy?
going across, and like 6 months into her like living there, I was like just looking for like somewhere to hang something because to get it out of the way, like a broom or something. And there was one of these, but it was like actual like skull, like it was actual bone, and it was just like up on top, like hanging where you couldn't see it. And I was like, what the fuck? And my mom didn't know it was there, and I was like, okay.
It's where you do those sacrifices.
At least it's not. It wasn't human, you know.
I took it to, I don't know what happened to it, but I had taken it like to our apartment, and then I don't know what happened afterwards. But yeah, I bought it because it looks cool, and I like to have little animals that are like skulls. I don't know if you can see. There's like a dragon there. There's a owl there. Bat Damon's been with me for years now. He's up there. And now under my TV, I have a turtle and a frog. They are not named yet, but Bat Damon and Al Pacino have been with me for a couple of years now.
Michelangelo.
Owl Pacino, because he's an
Al
owl.
Pacino.
Yep.
Mm.
Oh, I do have a show and tell. Sorry, I bought my headset unplugged. Hang on. Every time I step on it, every time. I bought this shirt. Yeah.
It's awesome. I was wondering about it because I saw like the top and like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is that shirt?
They finally had it in my size, so I picked it up.
It's awesome.
Yep, that's my week. Alec, yours.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. This week's been busy, but because I've been at work. And this is my I know. It's my fourth day in a row. I've got another one tomorrow, so I'm just like, bring on Monday so I can relax, play video games, and do shit. But yeah, I played.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So I played new to me Party Animals, which seems to be a new up and coming fucking trendy game that everyone seems to be playing nowadays. It's like multiplayer Fortnite kind of bullshit like that. And I was just like, nah, I'm good. Then I played a Phoenix game.
Top tier.
It's called Dinosaur Adventures.
Sounds like a winner.
See, okay. I was well aware of what Phoenix games were. I've seen some YouTube videos on Phoenix games. And I was like, okay. So I am prepared for the worst when I bought this. But the reason why I bought it was because, like, I'm the dinosaur guy, right? I'm like, okay, perhaps if I review this, I can stick it into Dino Crisis machine or somewhere. And so with the Phoenix games, it comprises of 4 free mini games. Like you get still images of whatever movie comes with the game, right? And you had to put it into puzzle pieces and kind of shit. It's like really 3-year-old shit. And then you get treated to a lovely, long, bewildering animated movie. Yeah. That
Yeah.
was... I tried to watch the whole thing. I think I did watch the whole thing, but then I got bored and jerked off halfway through. And then, because I was telling Carl about it, because he's like, "Oh, I gotta send this out." I found the same movie on YouTube and sent it to him, but I don't think he watched it to watch the end either. But yeah. So that was a pile of shit, and I'm just like, do I want to play it again, record the video game footage, and turn it into mini machinima? Am I tempted enough to do it? Oh, and the voice acting is terrible, so it actually works in my favor because, like, half the time, a character's talking, and like even in the game, the character's mouth isn't opening for that sentence. So I'm just like, so yeah, you can get away with anything for that. So yeah,
Because you haven't been getting away with everything so far, so you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I played. Yeah, I regret playing it.
I bet.
But yeah, met some other new people. So that's good. Been trying to get myself out here.
In the fields.
In the field, yeah. So it's been nice just to get out of the house and go somewhere nice and meet new people. So yeah, but I should go back to playing video games. But yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, was that a
Yeah,
fucking
loser.
People suck.
I'm
Video games are
aware.
where it's at.
All right, let's play a game after because that's fine. All right, Carmen, how was your weeks?
My
Show
weeks
and
were
tell.
good.
How was your
Oh.
Thanksgiving? What?
Oh yeah,
I
show
don't
and
have
tell.
one because Oh yeah. What you show us?
Oh yeah. I was using it as my mouse pad, so that's why I forgot about it. So
Dumbass.
it's
Are you using that as your mouse pad?
yeah.
Fuck.
He's like,
That's a fairly rare game too. What the fuck is wrong with you?
So it's called Call of Tunisia.
God
Call of Cthulhu?
damn it.
it's before he turns into a ghost.
Dark corners of the earth. So I picked this up for £20 in a CX store, video game store.
I like
And
it strong. You could pick up 20 pounds. Pretty good. Pretty strong.
Nah, that's nothing. I haven't been able to play it because I tried putting it on the Xbox One, and it wouldn't load. Turns out it's not.
Not an Xbox One game.
Well,
I thought that
Also-
one was backwards compatible.
Okay, so apparently it's not backwards compatible, so that's the problem. And
Are the games supported? Like, are they different between regions? Because I could swear that one was backwards compatible.
I'm sure Lee will look it up, and while he's getting bored listening to my week.
you still have the older systems.
We don't have an Xbox, so
Well,
I either just sell it on and just get the remake at some point, or because it'll probably be a lot cheaper to get a remake than getting an Xbox console. So
I don't know.
yeah, Common, your
But
thing.
if you get a Xbox console, then you won't have to worry about backwards compatibility if you pick up any more more new old games. Just saying.
I think I know why you weren't able to play it. Because you were using it as a fucking mouse pad. Idiot.
It's a good
So
mouse
my
pad.
weeks were good. Again, I can't really remember much of it. It was just work and home and stuff. But I did play a few things, or no, actually, before I get into what I played or what I did, I was given like a bit of a mystery. It may never be solved, but on last Sunday, this is my show and tell. It's just AirPods, right?
Thought it was a
AirPods.
marshmallow. It's like,
No,
it's
okay,
not a marshmallow.
all right.
It goes near.
Check it out. Woo!
AirPods
Marshmallows can
third
go in ears.
generation. But the mystery of it is that I did not order these. They just came to me, and I was leaving out of my house to go see my mom or somebody, and right on my doorstep is this package. I'm like, oh, cool. And I can't remember what I purchased recently, but I'm on Amazon all the time, and it's an Amazon package. And I look at the side of the box, and it's like, it has that hazard symbol about batteries that they do for electronic devices. I'm like, it's electronic. That's weird. And I open it up, and it's AirPods, and I call Amazon. I'm like, yeah, did I maybe, because I do late night scrolling, maybe I accidentally ordered AirPods in my sleep? I don't know. And I had her check the tracking number, make sure it was meant for me. And it was. But I don't know where or from who they came from. And the
From
only
Amazon.
Yeah.
Duh.
I don't know who sent them. The only thing that I know is that they addressed it to Carmen Cruz instead of Carmen Dela Cruz. They are mine. I am keeping them. It was not a mistake. I have verification that it was not a mistake, but I got like a good pair of, expensive earbuds for no reason. And I tried to guess with the lady who she wasn't allowed to tell me who it was, but if I guessed, then she might say, yeah, it's that. But I guessed every last name that I could possibly think of. and yeah, I don't know. I have those. So that's one show and tell. And that's what happened to me last Thursday, so like 8 days ago. And my others, since we're doing show and tells, hold on. I must be. Hold on. Bright light's coming. Hold on.
She's leaving.
Oh, is that my warning? Yeah.
That's a bit delayed.
Jazz is dipping her head because it's
It looks extra cool because
rather
there's like the reflection
kind
of
of
the
bright.
lights,
Yeah.
like creating like a halo.
Even online.
Looks
I
really
cannot
cool.
hear you. Oh, good
She
gravy.
can't hear us.
I know.
Yeah.
I can still have an opinion.
Yeah, no, I'm
What? I was talking. They're static right now, but wait, now it's flashing. Sorry, this is more psychedelic.
Fucking trigger alert for people with epilepsy.
Oh yeah. Trigger alert. No, hey, epilepsy's no joke. I have friends who are epileptic.
Yeah, I'm here.
You, Jesus, don't look directly. Turn your head. No, stop it.
Oh wow.
Stop it. Jeez.
We got to full
Anyway,
screen it.
It's great fun, right?
That'll get them.
Mm.
The other last time I was on here, I had that obnoxious microphone, and now I have this obnoxious mask. I love it though. Anyway, it's not as fancy. I'm gonna, Jazz, you can look back again. I'm gonna turn it off. It's gone.
I just have like a window blocking you. I had asked her for a warning because when she had it on, it was on my phone, and I was watching this. She wanted to show it to me, and I can't. Like, I light sensitivities, so I can't. I don't give a shit about Alex epilepsy. I just like,
Damn.
Nor do I.
yeah, he doesn't give a shit about it.
He
Why
was
should
leaning
I?
closer. I'm like, stop that.
Are you kidding me? If I told Alec I was epileptic, he'd be there with a flashlight going.
No. Anyway, so that's great fun. It's not as programmable, or it's not programmable at all. It just has what it has. It's not quite as nice as the ones that you can have like messages on or whatever. But it was I got it on some sort of flash sale, 50% off of 36 or something. Will you shut up, Jack?
No.
I guess not.
No, you won't.
Maybe one of your neighbors ordered you those headphones because they hear Jack and they're like, maybe she wants a break from him.
Yeah.
I don't know. But they're great fun. Yeah, it's a little getting used to. The AirPods. It's a little getting used to because I never had any because I'm a Samsung person. I'm an Android person, but they still work with everything except for my TV. But yeah, it's good. So I watched a movie, one movie in particular, and I liked it so much that I had to tell Sean about it immediately, and then I think he watched it the next day. And it is.
You don't know how to read my messages. I told you that I saw it before you told me about that.
Oh no!
She told me that you told her that you saw it.
I saw it the night
No.
before you sent me that message.
I thought that you. I thought so. I sent a message. I told you about it, and then, like the next day, I was still thinking about it, so I sent you the trailer. And I thought that you said you saw it immediately before I sent the trailer. But what it was is totally killer, and it was like a direct-to-video Prime movie, and I loved it because it was supposed to be like a slasher flick, but what it really is like a comedy with like slasher flick as the
No spoilers. Don't go into it.
I'm not going to say anything more than the trailer would say. So it's a slasher flick that is a comedy, or it's a comedy about a slasher flick, and it has a time travel element. So there's this this girl. Okay, no spoilers. All I can say is this girl goes back to 1987 to try and stop a masked serial killer known as the Sweet 16 Killer. And it was more comedy and sci-fi than anything, and I loved it. And so there's that. And I also finally watched the Dungeons and Dragons movie. Finally, after it's been out for like 4 months. No, the Honor Among Thieves, the new one. So the one that came out like 4 or 5 months ago, I
Ask me,
finally watched
ask
it.
me what kind of tree I have at Christmas. Ask me.
What kind of tree do you
It's
have
a Chris
at
pine.
Wow.
I wish I had Chris Pine at Christmas. I'm just saying. I don't know. So other than that, I watched more Xena. I caught up with Star Trek Lower Decks. I watched some Castle.
7.
Sad. And I played more Minecraft with Jazz. And did I got I've had Turing Test, but I started to play Turing Test on Steam, which is it's very, very, very reminiscent of Portal because it has the cubes that you do puzzles and you put the cubes in the wall, and you have to work the puzzles by putting orbs in places, and so that made me want to play Portal. So I played Portal, and I played Five Nights at Freddy's.
Wow. So don't buy that game then.
The Turing
Yeah.
test is actually a real thing that they've done, like the Turing
Yeah.
test on humans.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
I think I talked about it on the podcast like years ago when I first played it.
Yeah, there's
It's still fun.
actually there's 2 of them. I think the second one's relatively new.
Well, the Turing the I'm confused, but the Turing Test game is based off of the Turing Test concept.
Yes.
Right.
So yeah,
That's what she just said.
okay. I okay.
Portal is like made up. I'm just saying
Yeah.
like it's not it's not really the same, but it's similar. Yeah.
It's the same in the puzzle aspect, in the feel of it, that you're just a lone person going through a lab, just putting shit on walls and trying to work out a puzzle so you can get out. Same thing. The only thing is that you're not jumping through the puzzles because you're walking because there's
So it's like Portal without the innovation.
Portal.
Slower Portal.
What?
Slower Portal.
Better.
Flower.
That-
Like that was like the whole thing about Portal was that they like it was really interesting and
Slower,
innovative
yeah.
the way that you use the portals and stuff like that. So it's like it's basically Portal without all the good shit. Is what
It's like it's
I
like
it.
if it's like Portal with just in the sense of puzzles, except you're not gonna throw up with the constant flipping around and
Yeah.
motion
Yeah.
sickness.
If you have the vertigo kind of motion.
Yeah, but like if you
Or-
remove the portals from Portal, like
Then it's just
it's not
I'm
well,
like
that's what it was. That's what made
walking
it fun.
simulator.
But no, like even if you took out the portals and replaced it with just like basic puzzles, like that's just like it why? It's
Yeah.
just a puzzle game. Like it takes away all the fun and interesting elements from what Portal was, like what made it great.
Mhm. So anyway, I liked it, and I'm still playing through it, and I like it. But there were 2 instances where I had to like Google how to get through because I just did not know the answer. And there was one where I had trouble because the game glitched. So you're supposed to get on this like elevator lift thing. This it's like a scissor lift, right? And there's 3 scissor lifts right next to each other. It's literally called a scissor.
I know Alec is just. I accidentally looked at Alec and I shouldn't have, just because you said scissor.
So there's 3 scissor lifts, right? And when you hop on one, you had to. They're like in constant motion, so you had to hop on one, get to the right level, hop on the other one, and wait for it to get to the right level and hop on the third one. But I kept going through the floor like 6, 7, 8, 9 times. I don't know. Kept going through the floor, and I just had to. And it would glitch, and then you would see like the skybox just getting smaller and smaller and smaller as you just fall into eternity. And yeah, so that gave me trouble. But it's a good game. It's not exciting, but it's like good mentally, and I like it. And I played Little Five Nights at Freddy's, and I got scared after the second night. I didn't even pass the second night. I passed the first night, but I have to. I don't know what kind of patience I'll have with that game. And I bought Talos Principle, which seems
It's the same thing as the Turing.
yeah. Only it's
You
in
should
like
get
an open,
Echo.
like, huh?
I told you should get Echo. I feel like you'd enjoy that one.
I'll have to look it up still. and I bought Separate Ways, but I haven't played that yet. And I tried to refund Let's Sing at 2016 and 2019 because they are absolute trash. But I don't know if they ever will refund me back. I got them for both like $6.50 total, so it's fine.
Steam's like, you're like, can I get a refund? Steam's like, you bought it. We're not sure why you bought it, but nope. Stuck with that shit now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Jonathan,
Hello.
hi. You watched
Hello.
Totally Killer.
So Lee said apparently the Call of
Cock.
Cthulhu game Cock
It is, yeah.
is backwards compatible with the Xbox 360. That might have been what I was thinking of.
He says cock is backwards compatible.
It's
Oh, wow.
backwards
In
compatible
certain
with something.
regions, in
Because I
certain
remember
regions.
seeing that somewhere and being like, "Oh, that's cool. You get to play it on a more modern console." But I thought I could have swore it was the Xbox One. I don't know. Either way, yeah, my week. I also watched Totally Killer, and I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I saw The Exorcist Believer, which was not very good. I saw Freelance. It's it's the new John Cena movie. It's just like an action movie. It was fine. And I saw another horror movie, kind of similar to Totally Killer. It's called Freaky, and that was pretty good too. It's got
Is that-
Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I really loved it.
Oh, you saw it? Yeah,
Yeah,
it was good.
I saw it. I think like last year, like not like recently, but not too long ago. It was pretty good. It was like Freaky
Yeah,
Friday.
I'd never even
Did you say
I never even
Freaky,
heard of
or
it.
Is
But
it,
yeah,
is it called-
it's like Freaky Friday with Jason.
Yeah.
It's so cool. But yeah, basically the premise is this killer tries to kill this teenager or whatever. Like he's going around, he's killing people. He looks like Jason, and then he ends up taking this like ritualistic dagger or something from like a museum, and he goes to kill another teenager. And like when he stabs her, the spell happens, and like they trade places basically. So like the teenage girl gets trapped in the body of this giant fucking Jason kind of guy,
Vince
and
Vaughn.
vice versa. Yeah. And then they just, yeah, it's just, I don't want to spoil any of it, but
It's
it was stupid, but it was good stupid.
Freaky Friday meets Jason meets the hot chick. Like
Yeah, kind of.
Vince Vaughn plays a teenager, a
Yeah.
teenage girl.
Yeah,
Right,
it's pretty
for a
good.
psycho
I thought it
killer.
was going to be really dumb, but I actually liked it.
It was along the lines of like Happy Death Day or like
Yeah, I think it was like the same producers or
Mhm.
something. Yeah.
I have to see that now.
Yeah, it was good. What is that, Netflix? I don't
think
remember
it's
where I saw it.
Netflix.
Yeah, I think it was Netflix.
Good, because if it were on Max, then it
Hey,
wouldn't be.
I don't have access to Hulu anymore, so I don't know why.
I'll text you my code right
Yeah.
this moment.
I'll get you the goddamn. Do I owe anybody else the HBO? We're publicly talking about password sharing on the internet, and we're not supposed to do that.
D-R-S.
I said I'd get you the code. I didn't say I'd get you the password.
But you're admitting to it. They're gonna find out.
The code
Disney's gonna knock on your door and be like, "Hey, it's gonna be Mickey
the
Mouse
code to
at
the
your
decoder
door."
ring.
you didn't pay the Disney Plus bill.
The code to my heart, Sean.
Yeah, no one's interested.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. I finally platinumed RE4 Remake
Bye-bye.
and also Separate Ways as well.
I mean, good.
So that was a pain in the ass. Getting S plus on New Game
Ass Plus.
is such a, oh my god, it was a nightmare, because you have to go through 16 chapters. You can only save 10 times, and like you can't New Game plus it. You have to start with like the base level weapons, and like you can use the unlockable weapons, but they're also, they're not upgraded or anything, so they're not that great. Like you can use the Chicago typewriter, but like getting to the point where you can upgrade it and actually have it be effective is actually a lot of work. So it's just like, I thought it'd be way easier than it was, but it was not. And you have to speed run it too, because you have to beat the whole thing in under 5.5 hours. And if you played through RE4, that game is long as shit. Like getting through that game in 5.5 hours with entry level equipment it's really tough.
It's not as long as RE3 though.
Yeah, apparently not. But yeah, the only thing that I have left to do to complete like everything that game has to offer is I need to do one more playthrough without using the extra weapons and going through professional mode, which is probably going to be pretty hard, but I can take my time. Like there's no time limit. I can save as much as I want to, and I can just collect everything and upgrade my weapon. So it shouldn't be too bad. Just going to be time consuming. And then I'll be completely done with RE4 Remake. Now, yeah, I just need to go back to Saints Row and finish getting that platinum. And Jazz, we need to play it as well. But yeah, that's I think that was all that I played because that took a long time. It was a lot of work. Oh, we should play Friday the 13th because yesterday was Friday the 13th. And
See, I played that game last time it was Friday the 13th, and you guys went like, yeah,
I wanted to.
yeah.
And it's only going to be around for I think 2 more months before it closes down. So yeah, we should play a little Jason.
I'm
Jeez.
confused.
Jason?
Is it like Dead by Daylight, or what do you mean?
It's exactly like
Close
Dead
down
by
the
Daylight.
servers?
Yeah.
Except for less fun.
I don't know that it's less fun. It's just different.
No, it's less fun.
Wow. All right. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm still trying to work out the website shit, so I'm in communication with them trying to get the website back, but I'm probably gonna have to change the name. But yeah, that's all I've been up to the past couple of weeks. Show and tell. I grabbed some spooky games. I grabbed
Well,
some of
games
my
that are so
more
Games.
Spooks.
less known spoopy games from my collection. I got Kuan. Has anybody heard of this?
Yes.
It
The Grudge?
feels familiar.
Yeah, it's basically The Grudge. Yeah, like I
Oh, no, that's
I haven't played it yet, but shocking, I know. But
Mhm.
basically it kind of seems like it's Fatal Frame-ish a little bit.
Oh.
But instead of like using a camera, you I guess you can pick like different things that you can like spirits you can summon or something like that. Like you can summon like a wolf or a dog, and like they have limited uses, and you can like you dispatch the enemies using like a limited amount of summons kind of. So it's like survival horror, but instead of guns you have like spirits, which is kind of cool. Also got Haunting Ground. Yeah, this is my original.
Haven't you had that for like a bajillion and a half years?
I bought this when it came out in 2005. And yeah, it's basically Clock Tower. But you get a doggy, and it's really good. It's probably one of the best survival horror games out there. If you want to track down a copy for like fucking $300, have fun. It's not worth that, but like I said, I bought it when it was, just regular price, and I'm glad that I did. Because yeah, it's not cheap these days, but it's a really good game. If you can emulate it or something, it's definitely worth playing for sure. This one, I think Alec got me this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rule of Rose. This is, I think it's the German version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was 270 quid.
Jesus Christ. That is
200 and what?
absurd.
270 quid.
It's another one of those that is insanely rare. Even more so. Like, I think the US copy goes for like $800 or something stupid. It's fucking crazy.
I actually did play that game, and I feel like we got a little bit far in it, and then I was just like, okay, I'm done with it. I'm going to
Yeah, I started to do a let's play with it, but I got distracted. So I played a little bit of it, and it seems okay. It seems kind of like Haunting Ground, but maybe a little less polished, a little less interesting. I don't know.
Yeah,
I need to give it more of a chance. I probably only played it for like 20 minutes or so, and most of that I was just dicking around trying to figure out the game, so I didn't get very far. But it seems okay. Definitely not worth the insane price tag.
No.
But thank you, Alec.
You're welcome.
I'm very proud to have that in my collection, but it's It's expensive. Next one I have is Obscure. This is an obscure game,
love that
ironically. Ha ha ha.
This is yeah.
And look, Sum 41. How about that? Why? I don't know. That one's kind of cool though because it's like it takes place in a school and you get to play I think between either 4 or 8 different characters or whatever, and they all have,
Yeah, I think it's 8.
yeah, I think it's 8, and they all have like their individual strengths and weaknesses. Like some of them are more inventory focused or healing focused or combat focused, and it's got co-op, which is in theory cool, but it's all like it's single console multiplayer. So like you have to follow player one, like you have to make sure that you're staying in frame as they kind of walk around. Because if player one like goes away from you and you're not following them, you just get lost. And like it's not split screen or anything. You just have to keep up, or you get left behind, and you don't know where the fuck you are. So
it's a bit like Outbreak in that kind of
Kind of like
context.
Minecraft.
Yeah, but that wasn't split screen. Like you were playing with other people that had their own screen. So like you wouldn't. It's kind of like if you've ever played Sonic 2. If you played Sonic 2 and you try to play 2-player, like one person is playing as Tails, and you're just kind of like trying to keep up with Sonic. It's that same concept. It doesn't
You're sharing the screen.
Doesn't really work very well. Yeah, but like it's cool that they tried to do co-op in that era, because they didn't really. There wasn't online. There wasn't an infrastructure to play multiplayer that way. So it's kind of cool at the time that they tried to do something a little bit different with multiplayer in survival horror. But outside of that concept, it's pretty mediocre. It's okay.
Yeah.
And last one, this one Lee got me. Michigan Report from Hell. This I hear is very terrible.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet, but it's one of those games that's notorious for having like the worst voice acting ever, even worse than Resident Evil. And I guess you're just like a reporter while there's like I don't know if it's an alien invasion or a monster attack or something's going on, and you're just like trying to report what's going on.
It was stupid. I can't remember how yeah, you'll enjoy it weirdly.
I'm sure I will. Lee said that I'm not done with RE4 remake until dual RE4 remake. Yeah, that's fair. I'm not done playing Resident Evil 4 remake. I'm just the game like unlocking things is completed almost. So my casual experience of Resident Evil 4 is completed. Now I have to do the recording and the writing and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was actually kind of part of what was putting me behind too with that, because like I needed to make sure that everything was unlocked and ready to go so that I had access to whatever I need to when I start recording. So now that's done, which is nice. And yeah, there you go. That is my week. That is my stuff. And it is time for some news.
News.
Maybe
news.
Oh God! Is that the new theme?
Yeah. This is what this is. Yeah. Boobs.
Time for some boobs.
Watch them go. There's a clock on my nose.
And when it gets funnier, the more the more time goes on, the more accurate it becomes.
Like the most editing work that went into that was getting the clock to fade out like right when her face fades back in.
It was very well done. You did good job. Yeah. Silent Hill Ascension debuts this Halloween.
Silent
Yay.
Hill.
On October 4th, Silent Hill Ascension appeared on the Google Play Store and is listed as premiering October 31st at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Since then, the developer Genvid has confirmed the date and the time as accurate, so it will officially debut on Halloween at 9 p.m. You can pre-register now on the Google Play app, or you can go to the website ascension.com to pre-order or pre-register. And then the series will be streamed live at ascension.com on Halloween night. So if you want to spend your Halloween participating in Silent Hill history, you know the time and the place. So go for it. I don't know if this
I can
costs
install it.
money, or I don't like, they didn't really go into like how this is going to work. Like, do you have to buy the game? Is it free? Is it an
In-app
app?
purchases, it is free, and I just clicked on it to.
Well, the pre-registration is probably free, but that
yeah, but
doesn't
it's an
mean
automatic install when it's available. So they didn't ask for any monies, and this is based on.
most apps are free to install and then you pay later. That's
Then
how
you have
that
to.
works.
I'll install it
like-
and see how it goes.
Yeah, I don't know. So are you guys interested in this? Is this something
Not
you guys want
really,
to do?
but I'm just gonna download it.
Wow. I kind of want to do it, but I don't know. I'm going to hate it. I know it's going to be terrible.
I'm probably working Halloween, so I'm just gonna I have no idea what the fuck I'm downloading this for.
I wonder how well this is going to go, because the fact that they're doing it on Halloween, like, are most people going to want to do that as their Halloween evening? Because, like,
no,
I don't think
but
so.
for all those people who stay home for Halloween, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be like interactive. So, like, even the people, like, I could see maybe throwing this on while you're like sitting at home and handing out candy or something like that. But like, you have to pay attention, like, you have to be involved in it to some degree. So, like, this is going to be the thing that you do on Halloween night.
It's
So,
a Tuesday. Who's gonna
Yeah.
do something else on a Tuesday night?
but it's still Halloween. Like, people do
Yeah.
things. They go to parties.
I'm going on a party. I'm going to a party.
I mean, let's be real. A lot of the audience is probably going to be kids, so it's like trick or treating is probably a thing for them, teenagers and whatnot. So, like,
By the way, are we dressing up on the 28th of October?
yeah, we probably can. Did you guys want to do that?
I mean, I've got my costume.
I mean, I have my mask. I could. Yeah. Be fun.
You can't wear that through the whole fucking.
No.
That's not going to work.
Switch. I really wish it had a dimmer switch, but it does not. I'll figure something out.
I get a dimmer every time someone flicks a switch.
I don't know. I appreciate the fact that they're like doing this on Halloween, because like that's kind of cool, but it's just not. Maybe if this had like Silent Hill
days early.
characters that, you know, we know and we want to see their story or something, like, I could see this like being a little bit more enticing to people. But like, it's a bunch of new characters and it's like a concept that everyone's like not really on board with. You know, it doesn't really feel like Silent Hill. So it's like asking for your Halloween evening seems like a big ask. I feel like this probably would have been better suited for, like, I don't know, maybe the weekend, like Saturday or Sunday, the week
Right.
before Halloween or something. Like Halloween weekend, you said it's on a what, Tuesday? So like do
Yeah.
it Saturday or Sunday before Halloween. Like that would have been way better, I feel like. But I don't know. I wonder how many people are actually going to participate. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, you can I think there's a window of time. Like, you don't have to you might not have to be there in the moment. You might be able to vote or whatever on what happens a couple of days after. I can't remember. I'll have to look up the details, but I don't know. Maybe it'll work. I'm not sure. But yeah.
Lee says he thinks he's going to be playing Silent Hill Downpour on Halloween instead.
Might be better.
Is that to have fun or to punish yourself? People are very divided on that game. I thought it was pretty good, but most people don't like Downpour. I feel like it's a pretty good survival horror game, but it's not a very good Silent Hill game.
So what makes it bad?
It just doesn't feel like Silent Hill. Like monsters are just more like generic. The story doesn't really fit. But I,
Just like Seven and Village.
I think they even got rid of the fog and it's just like rain now. I don't know. It's weird. It just
Fog is
doesn't feel like a Silent Hill game.
fog is the biggest thing.
Yeah. Well, tell them that
It's
because
fog
I
and
think they forgot.
Permanhead.
I wonder if Silent Hill F would feel like a fucking Silent Hill game.
No, I mean you can already tell that it doesn't. It doesn't even take place in Silent Hill. What the fuck? Actually, Downpour does. I think. I need to replay that game.
Okay, so
Hmm?
according to PC Gamer, the CEO of GenVid says that all the episodes can be watched for free, either on mobile or other platforms. And quote, if people are afraid of weird free FTP, I can't even say it, free to play, F2P monetization, it's not a game.
That's good. That's the right way to do it. So it's good to
We
hear
don't
that that's
sell-
how they're doing it.
He says, we don't sell magic swords to level you up for player versus player arenas.
Yeah, I mean to be fair, it's not a game; it's a movie. It's
Right,
it's like
it's
that the
interactive.
Netflix things where they you could choose your own thing. Only I don't think it happens instantaneously. I think the community votes on like what do you want to happen, and like the majority will pick a direction, like who lives, who dies, whatever. Or maybe not that specific, but like what should this character do, and like the whoever, like the group that votes on whatever path the most, they'll go that direction, and then like a character could live or die based on that. I think that's kind of how it works. It's an interesting concept, but I don't know.
It's not unheard of though.
Yeah, it's not super innovative or anything. Like they've I feel like other companies have done this in a better way, in a more accessible
I
way.
can't think of any titles, but I know they've been trying this ever since they were able to get full motion video onto a game.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I feel like the way
PlayStation
that
1 era.
that Netflix did it is probably the best way. And just like
Yeah,
have a
that was
thing
fun.
with branching paths, and then like you get that instant gratification. You make the choice and it changes the story. That's a cool concept where
Yeah.
this is like the same idea, but you have to wait. Like that's less satisfying. And when you take a known property like Silent Hill, it's like there's always going to be expectations with that IP. Like we want to see the characters that we like in that IP. We expect to see certain things kind of play out. We expect things of that universe. And when they go in and they change it, and it's characters we don't know, and it's like why is this even Silent Hill if we're not going to get what we want out of the brand name?
Right.
Especially
Unity
at the
shakeup.
cost of your Halloween if you want to see it live. What's up?
Unity shakeup.
Yep. The Unity CEO, John Riccatello, I think is how you say that. He is stepping down following the installment fee fiasco. After the massive backlash of Unity's imposed installation fee implementation, which was expected to damage the video game industry as a whole, the company had to walk back the implementation and apologize to the community of developers who use the Unity engine. This whole experience has damaged Unity's image and the trust the community once had for the company. As a result, CEO, president, and member of the board of directors John Riccatello is retiring effective immediately. Yeah, that's about as big of a fuck up as you can have. So it's not really surprising to see him being forced to step down. Well, I mean, it doesn't say that he's being forced to step down. He might have been like, "Oh shit, I need to step down." But either way, yeah, he needs to go. Like you don't recover from something like this. It's over.
I am so glad to hear of the backlash that needed to happen.
Yeah. I'm glad to see that everybody kind of came together and spoke their opinion and created that change, because it needed to happen. Because if nobody said anything and this was left alone to actually play out, like it would be terrible for everybody, for consumers, for developer. Like, well, I mean, it'd be good for the company. It'd be good for Unity. They'd make fucking billions of dollars, but outside of them, everybody else would suffer. Prices would go up, creativity would go down. It'd be really bad. Companies would fucking shut down, like small companies. Free to play, it would damage free to play, which I'm okay with that. But there's a lot of people out there that like free to play games, and I don't know.
See, I told you that the consumer voice matters, popular opinion matters. It
It can, and it could also be counterproductive too. Like, this could have gone the other way. If they, if the developers that this was going to affect in a negative way, like if they were the ones that were silent, and the companies that it would be affected positively spoke up, it could have gone the other way. You know what I mean? Like, they could have got the support in this being a good thing. So it's a dangerous tool of manipulation. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it can be bad too, though. But in this case, it was good. It's nice to see. Hold your horses. It's coming.
Yay!
It's coming.
oh, that's a pun.
It's coming. There
Is
it is. All signs point to digital in 2024. Are you excited for it? Because I'm not. We have three.
So,
What's up?
What's coming?
Digital.
Yeah.
Is
We
that
have-
the digital only PS like
I think he's about to tell us.
6, 7, 8, 9?
Yeah, but we're having fun interrupting it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks. We have 3 bits of news that are a sign of things to come in the near future. First off, Best Buy is discontinuing physical media between January and March of 2024. The company will no longer sell DVDs or Blu-rays in-store or online.
Holy heck.
Supposedly, video games will stick around a little bit longer, but this is not confirmed. Even if it is confirmed, it's just a matter of time at this point. Like, it doesn't make sense for a company to completely phase out physical media, except for one thing. It's like, oh, we'll stop selling music CDs and we'll stop selling movie DVDs and Blu-ray discs, but we'll keep video games. Like, that doesn't make sense. Why would they do that? Like, maybe there's a little bit more demand for physical media in terms of video games. But again, like, if they keep those around a little bit longer, it's just, I mean, it's delaying the inevitable, because it's just a matter of time before they phase out that part of physical media as well. Interestingly, this article on IGN had a poll asking people if they still collected physical media. Out of 4,342 votes, 80.5% said yes. So, like, what the fuck? Clearly, there's still a market there. But
I wonder the age of that media. Like, is it the people who just never threw away their older gen stuff, or are people still to this day,
I'm sure it's the older audience, the people that probably grew up buying physical media. Like, the younger generation don't care about that shit. It's all about instant gratification. So, like, but that's the market. That's the market of the future. So,
I think it'll be funny. It's like when they get rid of like physical media, like 20 years time, like vinyl came back, right? So maybe physical games will come back like 20 years time or something.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like games will probably stick around in some fashion physically, but I feel like it's just going to be like, I don't know, like really, I guess it could go either way. It could be like really niche things that are highly collectible, or it could be like really popular things, or like collector's editions. Like, I feel like in some fashion, physical media will still be around like forever. I don't think it'll go away. But when 90% or 95% of the market is digital only, it might as well just be dead at that point, because even as collectors, like, when the collectability isn't there anymore, it's like, what's the point of getting like, 10 games this year came out physically out of 5,000? Like, it's not really that appealing anymore. So even though that'll keep some people satisfied because they can still, collect things to a degree. I feel like the vast majority of collectors, it's just going to be like unappealing at that point. Like I'm one of them. Like that's not appealing to me. Like the only thing that I would get physically, if that were the case, would be like Resident Evil games, or if there's a game that I really like that had a collector's edition or something, maybe I'd get that. But like if you can't collect the vast majority of what's out there, then you can't collect anymore. Like that's what collecting is. It's collecting all the different things. But if it's like, here's 10 things you get to collect and that's it, that's not very collectible, is it?
I'm just weirdly thinking about, how you get some of those magazine subscriptions. Like you buy this now, you get this part of it with it. And I couldn't just imagine it with video games. It's like you get the first few magazines with a demo, and you just like, then you have to subscribe because they don't have to actually release the magazine physically anymore. And it's just like,
Or
no.
get this. Yeah, I mean, like almost the same thing, but like, let's say, are you saying, Alec, like this special edition of like Resident Evil 45 is that you get a physical copy to go with your PlayStation 17?
I mean, yeah, kind of.
It's just like right now, like if we'll use Resident Evil as an example. Like for me as a collector, it's annoying when there's one or two games in the series that I can't get physically. Like when Umbrella Corps came out and they didn't release that physically, well, at least in the US. I was eventually able to get it because they made a physical copy in Asia, I think. But like when you're collecting all the games of a franchise and there's one or two that you can't get physically for your collection, that's annoying. But like flip that on its head and it's like, okay, well, they're all digital. You can get none of them into your collection, and then they put one or two of them that you can. Like, who cares? Why would you? Like they put two, like one's digital, two you can get physical, 4, 5, and 6 are digital only. 7 is physical. Like, why would you want those? Like, what is the appeal of that? That makes no sense.
Because then, in my scenario, the physical edition would just be a bonus, like a bonus item. It's like
Nice
bonus.
Get yourself
it's just that's not very satisfying. Like a big.
Oh, it's like let's say that let's imagine a world where like you had a console that would play, physical discs or physical media, and there was no. It was designed to accept and download the whole thing from the disc, and there's no, like, it's designed to be kind of like offline. And so let's say that everybody's like computer gaming or has like the digital, like, like they have their gaming computer or their gaming console or whatever that does all the digital, but then you have the separate thing that's designed only for the old school stuff. So it would be a bonus to. Am I making sense? I hope I am.
Not
I have
really.
no idea where you're going.
No.
It would be an add-on feature. It would be the equivalent of a vinyl action figure. It would just be this bonus little content thing that, like.
Are you talking about like when they make a collector's edition that doesn't come with the physical copy of the game?
No, I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying like in the future where everything is digital, if you wanted a collector's edition, buying the collector's edition would mean that you would have the digital copy that goes to your regular machine where you have all your other shit, right?
So yes, you are saying that, yes.
But it would be part, maybe. Yes, but I mean, it would
so
be
dumb.
bonus. It would be the bonus.
Like I feel like that's the biggest slap in the face in terms of like collectability. When you make a physical collector's edition that doesn't come with a physical copy of the game, like if you don't want a physical copy of the game, then why would you want all the collector's edition things that come with it?
I kind of went backwards a little bit thinking about DVDs. There was a point when you get DVD movies, like you'd get the physical DVD, right? and then there's a little inlay insert,
Code.
and it says, "Yeah, you can watch the same movie on your phone or stream it," kind of thing.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
like,
Disney did that a lot.
Mhm.
yeah, I'm just like, well, why did I buy a DVD then?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
I have one similar to what I think what you guys are saying, because I sort of
Totally.
followed like I bought this, I was so excited, like I bought the
Mhm.
case, I got it at EB Games, you know, ooh, fancy case, fancy new game for the computer,
Yeah.
and then you open it and it's like lol, and they had a freaking like Steam code care like thing, and I was like, why give me this? And there's just Steam code inside. And
Yeah, it's like people don't collect games and movies just to have a physical representation of the thing on a shelf. Like, we don't want just a case. We want the thing in the case. Like,
right?
it
Like
doesn't make any
this.
sense.
Like I have the case. You knew I was gonna go there.
God damn it.
Freaking open it. Oh, where's Duel? Oh, it's just a case. Great.
How dare you?
I have to bring it up every time.
How dare you? You didn't get the digital download?
I just knocked over my entire Resident Evil shelf just to make that
Oh,
joke.
no.
It was
Yeah,
worth
I'm
it.
still waiting for my physical release of the dual
Alex still
ringtones.
waiting on his physical release.
Of what?
Sean.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I come to your house and I just say it to you. Yeah, it's getting to the point where it's just like, if they're gonna kill it, just kill it. Like, it doesn't make sense to have it linger as a shadow of what it used to be. Yeah, and also I don't know if you guys have gone into like a Walmart or a Target
Never.
or
Not
anything
this
like
week.
that recently over the last couple of years and looked at the video game section, but like it hasn't looked good in a long time. Like, it's almost
Oh, I bet
completely
it's-
empty.
No, ours are pretty full.
That's unusual.
There are
'Cause-
more video game stuff in the Walmart than there are DVDs in Best Buy. There's like, that's when you said Best Buy's discontinuing DVDs and Blu-rays. I was like, they still have those. Like,
Yeah, not much, but yeah.
there's like 4 DVDs or Blu-rays at Best Buy. It's like a little shelf this big.
Yeah, well, I mean, as it is, like Best Buy has like 1.5. Like, you go down one aisle and like you have half of it's filled with games, and then the other half is half filled with games. So like you have one aisle that's not even a full aisle of games.
Walmart
and
Best Buy.
Best Buy and
Best
Walmart,
Buy.
both of them actually. Target might
Walmart
have a little bit more, but
Walmart has more video games than GameStop.
That's true.
GameStop is almost, they're almost just as bad. Like,
they're just stuff now. Like, I find all my D&D
Yeah.
stuff there.
they have a larger selection of like current generation stuff than like a Walmart or like a Target would have, but that's,
We
I
don't
don't
have
know.
Target.
For a GameStop, that's not great. You know, you should at least have a couple generations behind. You're a fucking video game store.
They're gonna have to change their name to Stop.
They're about to stop.
Just stop game.
Stop
not
game. Yeah.
Game, comma, stop.
But yeah, I've heard that there are some areas where the shelves aren't too bad, but from what I've heard and my experience personally locally, like if you go into a Walmart or Target, like 90% of the shelf space is empty. Like, it's just whole. And like the places that do have games, it's like one copy in the front and maybe 1 or 2 copies behind it. So like they have 3 copies on hand of like the biggest releases, and then everything else is like maybe 1, or it's completely empty. Like, it's insane. It's like, at that point, why even bother carrying physical media?
Maybe
So-
Canadians just don't game.
Maybe.
We have like shelves more full, and they're in like the glass, so you can't get them.
But the point is, like,
Yeah.
they're already almost there. So it's like, I wouldn't be shocked to see Walmart and Target doing the same thing, discontinuing physical media, because
Yeah.
they're already there basically for the most part.
I've got to ask, why have you put a PS4 copy of Resident Evil 4 next to a PS5?
Because it plays on PS5.
Yeah, but it just makes no sense.
It plays on PS5.
Yeah, but it just you go back and put a PS5 version of Resident Evil 4.
Because the PS4 is the last truly physical platform.
I have a lot of
PS5
Go back.
I have a lot of
PS5 is the conduit going from physical to digital media. So on the left, you have PS4, which is your last bastion of physical media. And then you have the PS5, which is the end of physical media. It makes sense. God damn it.
And that's
One
a digital
last-
only one.
One last thing I would say, as Lee says, Resident Evil 30, 45, whatever. I bet Chris, whatever, Chris Redfield is still alive in it.
Probably.
He's like
Return
80.
to the village. But yeah, so continuing along the same line, both Sony and Microsoft are relaunching their systems to push digital. We recently talked about Microsoft's leaked Brooklyn system that will be fully digital. That's not confirmed yet, but let's be real, most of the leaks are pretty much confirmed anyway, so that's likely going to be the case. And now Sony has announced a redesign for the PS5 as well. The new models will replace the old models completely, meaning that no more of the previous models will be manufactured going forward. So the only model of PS5 that you can get will be the new models. However, there will be a disc-based and a digital-based option for the new model. The new model is 30% smaller, 18% lighter for the disc-based model, and 24% lighter for the digital, and will include a 1 terabyte hard drive, which is only a 125 gigabyte increase from the original. So, like, why even bother? The digital version does offer an external hard drive for an additional $80 if you want, for some reason. If you're going to buy the digital version, I don't know why you would get an external disk drive. The new model launches for the holiday season in November of 2023 at $499 with the disk drive and $449 for the digital model. So it's interesting that so when the PS5 first came out, they kind of did the same thing. You had your digital model, you had your physical model, and they're doing that again. This time they're just making it smaller. But the digital model this time around costs $50 more than the digital model that they first released. So that's interesting. So you could get the digital model originally for $400, but now the digital model is $450.
Yes.
It's dumb.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Inflation.
Well, I mean, the disc version cost the same as the disc version did initially. So why didn't that?
I gotta get one soon.
You said.
Yeah. But yeah, so like they're doing this a little bit better. Like at least there's an option here, right? You've got the digital and the physical version, but the problem with this is, you know, just because you have a physical version doesn't mean that that's where the market is going to go. Like just having the cheaper digital version, especially going into the holiday season, I feel like is a tactic. You know, it's like people are going to be buying this as a gift. You're going to have two options. You're going to have the physical one that's more expensive and the digital one that's cheaper. Most people, you know, parents, people that don't understand or care, are probably going to get the cheaper model, right? So you're silently kind of pushing the direction of purchases to go into the digital route, right?
Well, the way you described it, it sounded like it was an. Wait, didn't you say that the physical version is an external?
No, there you can get a
Adapter.
external media drive for the digital version, but there's also a full disk
Okay.
drive version.
Okay.
Like it's built into the box.
Okay.
That's the $500 one. The digital one doesn't have the drive built in, but you can buy an external drive for $80, which is fucking stupid.
It should be
But yeah,
50.
so
you
again,
fucks.
I feel like that's another kind of way to manipulate things. It's like, oh, well, $80 for the drive, it's not worth that. You know, it's like that's way overpriced and it's going to discourage people to buy that. Like it's kind of painting a picture of, oh, physical is bad, it's too expensive. No, you know, especially for the people that like maybe they got the digital version for Christmas or whatever. And it's like, oh, well, I wanted the disc version. And it's like, okay, well, we can get the external drive. but it's $80. No, we're not going to do that. So it's like the window is there, but like, are people really going to spend the extra money to do that? Probably not. So again, it's a way of getting people in the door and then shutting out the
water.
yeah. It's like, yeah, sure, you can get the hard drive or the physical drive for the physical media, but like, are you like, does it make sense to do that financially?
You just took a massive
Do
dump,
that?
and the toilet paper is in a vending machine.
Like, it seems like they're intentionally making it unappealing, is my point.
Yeah.
So that's not great. So between Microsoft potentially making theirs all digital and then Sony pushing people in that direction as well, not great. And then Sony is also launching a streaming service for PlayStation Plus Premium members, which again is going to make digital more appealing. This will allow streaming of your digital game library and select PlayStation Premium titles at 4K 60 frames per second. Of course, your internet connection will affect the game's performance substantially. So just because it supports that doesn't mean that's going to be the output that you get. But this is going to be something that they're pushing as well. It's like they're pushing digital, also streaming, because you can't say you get a physical copy of a game and you want to stream it. Oh, you can't do that. Even though you installed it on your hard drive and you should technically be able to stream it, you can't. If you want to stream games, you have to buy the digital version only. Again, you're manipulating the fucking market. So it's like, oh, you can buy the physical version.
Why?
But you can't.
Why can't you stream it?
Probably because they want people to get digital.
What?
It's like a punishment.
But what kind of like
like they register differently. Like when you're looking at your game library, like you can tell what's digital, like what you bought digitally and what you have installed off of a physical disc. Like they're separated. So in the same way they differentiate like what you have physically and what you have digitally, they're going to use that as a tool to only be able to stream your digital library. So guess what that does? It makes it unappealing to buy physical if streaming is what you want to do. And even if it's not, it's still a punishment. It's like, okay, well, I could use the streaming tool, but I'm not allowed because I bought physical. Like that's fucked up.
But you can still record.
Yeah, you can record. You just can't stream. Streaming is like if you wanted to stream it to your phone or another device, or if you were at like a friend's house and they had a PS5 and you wanted to log in and stream your game or something like that.
Oh, so like not like live stream. Like
No.
So if I'm trying to play Requiem and like stream it to Twitch.
No, you can do that. Okay. Yeah, that's not going to change.
Gotcha. I was like, why the fuck would they stop that? That's so stupid.
It's basically just playing your digital library without having to install it. So like you could
okay, well I don't do that anyway.
You could buy all your games digitally and not download any of it, and you could just play it.
Gotcha.
Which is kind of nice. Again, that's kind of appealing because space is a problem too, right? Having to get all these fucking hard drives to be able to install your games. So like that's another appealing thing to not have to do that anymore. So again, it's pushing the market into like wanting that thing that's also going to alienate people that buy physical.
I wish it would just make more sense to do the codes thing where if you purchased a digital, excuse me, I said the words wrong. If you purchase a physical edition, you get a physical version, you get the code for a digital version automatically. So it's like a twofer. Just keep doing that, and
games have never done that.
Yeah,
but they don't want you. They don't want you to have 2 for 1. That's
yeah, that's not going to make business sense.
Like, see, this is essentially when you buy a PS4 game, that's actually exactly what you're getting. That's why whenever there's an option to buy PS4, I purposely don't buy PS5 because you're getting exactly what you said. You buy a physical copy and you have a physical copy of the PS4 version and you get a free digital copy upgrade to PS5. So you're getting 2 copies of it.
Yeah. Do that.
It's not perfect because it's like, it still needs the disc for the PS5 version to validate it. So it's not a truly digital copy. But in terms of like playing on a PS5, like my 90% of my library on the PS5 is going to be digital only because it's a digital upgrade from my PS4 version. And the reason I'm doing that is because, again, PS5 is going to turn into a digital focused system. So like I don't want to buy a bunch of physical games for a digital console. Like it doesn't make sense. It's part of the reason I didn't want to buy a PS5 anyway, and I wouldn't have,
Yeah.
but Capcom fucked me. But
mine's just gonna be used for games that are exclusive, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. That's
and just the ones that I want. Like right now, it's just for one game, two.
Yeah, like
but I don't have the other one.
Yeah, I play everything on my PS5 out of convenience, but all the games I buy are PS4 games. Unless it's exclusive, then obviously I'll get it on PS5. Yeah, it doesn't really work that way. But yeah, it's fucking stupid. And then of course you have more and more titles that are going digital, like they're ditching physical copies entirely, like Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Like a Dragon, and this is going to continue to increase going forward. But I do have good news on that. Like a Dragon is getting a physical release after all, for some reason, on PS4, PS5, and Xbox Series on January 26th. They straight up said when they announced it that this was going to be a digital only title. And then out of nowhere, I was just like looking at Amazon and there was an advertisement for a physical copy of it. And I'm like, okay, why? Like there's no news about this. They didn't announce anything officially. It just showed up. So like, I don't even know if it's real or not, but you can pre-order it. You can pre-order it on Amazon or Play Asia. So hopefully it's real.
I heard that somewhere else though too. So.
Yeah, it's just like, why would you be like, hey, there's going to be no physical version and then just open up pre-orders for it? Like, what? It's fucking weird. But yeah, it's nice to see. I hope that it's real. I'm going to pre-order it, but yeah. And then Baldur's Gate is getting that physical Japanese release, and that's up for pre-order now at Play Asia. So if you want to get Baldur's Gate 3 physically, you can get that on Play Asia. And Play Asia is also doing the physical release of Like a Dragon Gaiden, which is also pre-orderable on Play Asia as well if you wanted to get that physically. So there's a little bit of positivity in there. But yeah, just most of the market is going to be doing this. They're going to be looking to cut costs and maximize profit. And since we're going to a digital future anyway, they're going to take any excuse that they can to stop doing physical releases. So expect to see that become more and more common.
I'm seeing here that it may only be available for Japan.
What?
Baldur's Gate 3 physical.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Well, at least come up with an interesting idea.
Make a shirt that says Capcom fucked me.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I should do that.
I should do one for Konami or a bunch of winkers.
Yeah. It's very true. And lastly, Ubisoft admits that physical sales will decrease. Ubisoft's SVP of Strategic Partnerships and Business Development, Chris Early, was asked, "What do you think of the future of physical media in games?" He responded, quote, "There's a collector's edition market. There's the aspect of gifting physical items and allowing access for people to be able to easily purchase a game in store and gift it to their friends or family. Some people will always want to own the physical disc. I just don't think it's going to go away. Do I think physical sales might get lower over time? Sure. But will it completely go away? I don't think so." It just kind of goes into what we were talking about earlier. Like, yeah, he's kind of saying what I'm saying. There's always going to be a niche market to get specific things physically, but overall, the market's going to dwindle as much as they can possibly get away with, which is going to be the majority of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I just feel like statements like that are just kind of coddling the people that this is going to affect. They don't want to alienate them. They don't want them to freak out or stop buying video games or whatever. So it's like, no, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. We're still going to make games for you, because they don't want you to go away, because they want your money. But and at the end of the day, they're going to slowly and quiet, maybe not even slowly, but they're going to, as quietly as possible, get us into digital. And then like once we're there, then they'll acknowledge it. Then they'll be confident in saying, oh yeah, physical's gone, because then they have the commitment of the audience. They have the commitment of the consumer, and then they can comfortably say, we're done. So it's kind
We
of
would have already transitioned.
right. But until that happens, you're not going to get someone to be like, oh yeah, physical media. No, we don't want to do that anymore. They're not going to say that, even though that's how they feel and that's what they're doing. They're not going to acknowledge that until it's too late, until that's the market, and then they can get away with it.
And then people be like, of course, like, why do we even have physical anyway? Because they're
Mhm.
conditioned.
Exactly. And
And
it's too late. It's like that. Well, that's the market. Like
Yeah.
the console that you have in your living room is a digital system. So they already got your buy-in. You have a $500 system in your living room, and we're just not going to make games for it anymore physically. So buy digitally or get fucked. That's kind of what it boils down to. But they're not going to
t-shirts
say that
sounding
until
better
they
and better.
can.
Perhaps you should sell digital T-shirts only.
Yeah.
Did you see that they're doing like digital? There was some fashion show that was showing a digital dress, and like the front side of it, it was just like a regular like tube top dress, like Valentine, but like the front side of it was made of these like scales that were like little digital screens. So when the lady turned one way or turned another, she could change the dress from being like chevron to like striped to being like an X pattern or just whatever. And it wasn't even it. It was, I guess, it felt like a proof of concept. It wasn't pretty. Or it wasn't like super fat, like fantastically gorgeous or anything. But it just shows exactly like that. Yeah, we're going towards that digital. Like yeah,
Stupid.
Must
and
be a
then it
nightmare
failed.
to wash.
And then yeah, I was thinking so too. I wonder if you'd have to like take off the scales, like they like clip on or so. Like how would you? Yeah, like. But right now, that's probably like rich people stuff where they wouldn't like
Rich
dare to
people
have a
stuff.
ketchup. Yeah,
All right, we
they
got
wouldn't
one
dare
more
to have
thing
like
to
a
go through
mustard
real
stick.
quick, and then we'll play some games.
Gum.
Microsoft has officially bought out Activision Blizzard. It finally happened.
Oh,
The
finally!
day has come.
I feel like we've been talking about it for like 2 years now.
It's been a long time.
Comrade.
After after a lengthy legal battle, Microsoft's deal to purchase Activision Blizzard has officially gone through, making
Yay.
massive franchises like Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Overwatch, Diablo, and more officially Microsoft IPs. Xbox boss Phil Spencer has already said that they are working on moving some of these titles to Game Pass, but no specifics were given yet. Spencer also addressed concerns about these games on non-Xbox platforms, in which Spencer had the following to say, quote, "For the millions of fans who love Activision, Blizzard, and King games, we want you to know that today is a good day to play. You are the heart and soul of these franchises, and we are honored to have you as part of our community. Whether you play on Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, PC, or mobile, you are welcome here, and you will remain welcome, even if Xbox isn't where you play your favorite franchise. Because when everyone plays, we all win. We believe our news today will unlock a world of possibilities for more ways to play. Thank you for your ongoing support. We have so much to come in the months ahead. I'm excited for the future and cannot wait to share it with you." Do you guys believe that?
Monopoly.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like
Monopoly.
it's gonna be like okay, you can play it for like a couple
Consumers
years,
will keep
and then like
sucking your dick.
Yeah.
You keep buying our shit.
Oh.
We'll see what happens. I feel like they have to say this right now because, like, what are they going to say? We're going to lock everything to Xbox platforms. Fuck all the other companies. Like, they can't say that. But you really think that they're not going to try to do as much of that as they can? No. They want money. They just spent, what was it, $69 billion for that buyout. They're gonna find ways to make shit tons of money. And the way they do that is by people going to Xbox and paying directly through Microsoft rather than selling through PlayStation or Nintendo. Yeah, they can do that to a degree, but the less they have to do that, the more money they're going to make. So we'll see what happens.
At this point, I'm just like, you know what? I have Call of Duty. I don't really care about Call of Duty anyway.
Yeah.
So, like, just enjoy it and die.
I mean, it'll be damn good for people who are playing primarily through Game Pass. Like, that's going to give you a crazy library of games to access for whatever their monthly fee is. Like, granted, that goes up like every other month, but so it's not going to be a deal forever. But for the time being, if you have access to all the Blizzard games, Activision games, Diablo, Call of Duties, Overwatch, all this shit, in addition to what's there already, that's pretty appealing. So, like, if you're just playing digitally primarily, like that's good. It's a good deal until you're paying $200 a month for fucking Xbox Game Pass in the future.
I'm just gonna ask at this point, how many Xbox, games that started out on Xbox have transferred to Switch and PlayStation?
What do you mean?
Well, so
supposedly exclusives that are now not.
None.
That's just my
Alan
point.
Wake.
Who?
Oh yeah, but it wasn't
Some of the
exclusive, but it
Halos.
wasn't a first party exclusive. It was a third party.
No, I just got I just think back to like Final Fantasy 7. Stray, cat game. All goes over to Xbox eventually. And I'm just like, what's Xbox? So where's Halo on fucking PlayStation?
Yeah, and I mean, there's a chance that
As Destiny is.
I've talked about this before, but it seems like Microsoft or Xbox is more trying to transition into like a distribution company. And if that is what they want to do, then things might not change. They might continue to allow access through third-party companies like PlayStation and Nintendo and PC and mobile. If all they want to be is a hub to distribute content, then that makes perfect sense. And there's a good chance that that's going to be the path that they take. So, if that's the case, then what Spencer said there might actually be true. Because if their goal is to just distribute the games and not be Xbox anymore, then I believe that. But that means the death of Xbox. That means there's no reason to commit to an Xbox anymore. And that means that we're going to stop seeing maybe not entirely, but we'll see a lot less like Halos, like first party AAA Microsoft titles, because those will turn into Call of Duties. That'll be a Microsoft game, a first party Microsoft game. So they don't have to be innovative anymore. They don't have to make a new Halo game or something like that.
Good.
So, wow. So that's kind of disappointing. I used to like Xbox a lot. So to see them just kind of disintegrate into like a publisher kind of sucks.
I'm
used
so
to like
happy
video
about
games.
it. I am thrilled. Yeah.
I mentioned I had a lot of fun playing Super Metroid.
Nintendo.
I love video games. Video games were fun.
Yeah, they used to be great. Time for a game, not a video game though, because those are terrible.
A video game.
Which game are we playing here?
Well, there's two new ones for me. So let's do police cars.
Police cars.
Whichever one's digital.
Police. I don't know this one.
Well, I just said there are two new games.
No. I'm scared.
All right,
Especially
so
Jesus.
I'm a police car. Okay, so this is a guessing game. I have lined up suspects, and you guys, being police cars, have to use your cunning to correctly identify the criminal in the middle. Get it wrong. You live with the horror knowing the victim died horribly in vain. I will list the crimes, and you guys have to decide which game character did the criminal.
I need extra cunning for this.
That is not what I wanted.
Aren't they innocent until proven guilty in a court of law?
Yeah, but you're a police car, so you just have to go act like a police car, okay?
Are we gonna run them over? Okay, go ahead.
We're all gonna go wee until you get it right, okay? So, criminal 1. This criminal has been seen drunk driving, running over small children. So, out of those characters you see on that Squeenie Ween, who is drunk driving? Who do you think is most likely to be the drunk driver?
It's got to be Marvin.
Yeah.
It's the only way he's getting out of this.
I only know like 4 of these characters.
I know. Yeah.
The anime character is like a Dragon Quest character or Chrono Cross.
Chrono Trigger. Yeah. Cross. One of those.
So it's got to be the weird pixel dude with the guns.
Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Hitler.
He looks suspicious.
Hitler looks suspicious. Words to live by.
All right. So, have you guys all decided that it's Marvin who's the drunk driver?
No, I said Hitler.
Okay. You're saying Hitler, and Carmen.
I'm gonna say Marvin.
Marvin and Sean. You're sticking with Marvin.
Yeah.
Well, you are correct. Marvin was the drunk driver.
Done it.
All right.
What?
Crimin.
Oh, you're going by like Machinima, Marvin.
Yeah.
Um,
Criminal 2. This criminal murdered thousands of Jews and was pretty racist.
Wow.
It's gotta
Cloud.
be, it's
Oh my
gotta be Commander Shepard.
God.
It's gotta be Commander Shepard.
Holy shit. Not Shepard. Leave Shepard out of this.
It's Red because Red is sus.
I mean, I haven't seen the ending to Mass Effect 3, so maybe.
yeah, but just to be on the safe
I
side,
heard
I'm
it's
gonna go
like
with-
offended a lot of people, so
I'm gonna go with. Well, the dragons could have been Jews. But I'm gonna go with Hitler.
I
I'll
have
go
the
with
whole
Hitler as
collection
well.
and I've never played it.
Hitler in combination with Shepard.
and Red.
They
all
work
of them.
together.
Also Marvin, because the children were Jews.
Wow.
At this point,
I'm going with Pixel Chief Hitler.
Demonetized.
yeah, at this point, I came up this game before the whole news thing about the thing going on at the moment. So,
The Holocaust.
yeah, that too.
Jeez.
All right, so you're all picking Hitler, or
Yeah.
Well, picking is a yeah. The answer is
all right. It is Hitler. Okay,
well,
so I look. I do make the first game, deliberately a bit easy. All right, so criminal 3 has criminal damage.
Is that it?
What?
It has criminal
Yeah.
damage?
Yeah,
What does criminal damage even mean?
God, okay, so you get arrested for causing damage.
Oh.
it's Cloud.
Sure.
Sticking with Cloud.
The Chrono Cross character.
Yeah, let's go with that because I don't know anything about that person.
Okay, Jazz.
Red-headed Cloud. No, it's Cloud.
Redheaded Cloud.
Okay. Well, you guys are gonna have to live with it because, unfortunately, you were wrong. It was actually Commander
The Among
Shepard.
Us. Oh. Why?
What?
Why?
Yeah. So there's a part in one of the Mass Effect, I think it's 2, where he or she is convicted of criminal damage against the Citadel or something like that. So yeah, he or she becomes the damage. shit.
Is that like matter of fact? Is that like canon, or is it based on
Yeah,
like what you do?
it's like it's part of the minor story to it. So yeah,
Hmm. I don't remember that, but it's been a long time.
been a long time. Right, last one. A criminal 4 has been arrested for stealing.
It's Marvin.
Wow.
For stealing, I'm gonna go with
That's
Kronos.
you. That's not my car.
Cloud.
It's red because it's sus. Yeah.
Red is the mastermind behind all the crimes,
Yeah.
the head of the criminal organization.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going for Among Us, and who said Chrono?
Me.
Okay,
I say Cloud.
you're saying Cloud. Okay. Well,
Stealing something. Stealing Red 13. I don't know.
well, Sean, I think you're the best police car at this occasion. 'Cause
Hey.
it's Chrono.
I've done it. I mean, it was just a process of elimination because, like, that doesn't make sense to anybody else that I could think of.
Yeah.
Me. Me.
So Cloud's completely innocent, and so is Red from Among Us.
Red is sus. Dude.
How can Red be innocent? He's plotting right now.
Yeah. For murder.
All right.
Yeah.
Shall we do ward mentality?
I tried to have extra cunning, but it didn't work. I failed.
I am good for mentality.
Carmen, do you want to read it?
Question 1. Would you be willing to pay more for a game branded limited edition consumable like G Fuel over the standard and cheaper version?
What?
So I'm
Would you
guessing
be
like
willing
if
to
you had,
pay?
you carry on, read it again.
Sorry. Would you be willing to pay more for a game branded limited edition consumable like G Fuel over the standard and cheaper version?
So what I was gonna say is like a bit like having a
Sorry. That's
Energy
not what
drink.
I meant.
energy drink, but the next there's another energy drink of the same name, same brand, but it has a Pikachu on it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Pikachu.
Yeah, I mean, if it's something that like I could add to a collection, like I would buy it for the sake of collectability, not for like consuming it. Because I know
I
G Fuel did a like a Resident Evil version, but it was for Village. So, like, I don't give a shit. But, like, I wouldn't buy the Village brand or flavor or whatever the fuck, to consume it. I would just get the cheaper one, if that makes sense. So both. I'll buy the collectible one, the branded one to collect it if it's something that's appealing to me. Otherwise, I would just buy the standard version if I'm going to consume it. If that makes sense.
I'm with you.
if the bottle was, or if the packaging were something that you could keep on like a shelf, then I would buy it and drink it and keep it. Like, you know what I mean?
You're a monster. It's like, would you buy fucking like Mountain Dew when they had the Halo promotion going on? Like, would you pay more for Mountain Dew because Master Chief is on it? Probably not. I wouldn't.
No, but I would buy D&D mints, and I've almost bought D&D mints just for the tin that it comes in.
But did they cost more? Like, I
Yeah.
feel like that's the difference. Because like, if
it
it's the same
comes in a
price, then yeah, why
collectible
wouldn't
tin.
you? Like, why not? But if it costs more
like-
just to get the little extra theme out of it, then 9 times out of 10, I'm going to say no, unless it's something I want as a collectible.
But the point is kind of the tin,
got
because
them
I
for
think
free.
that's
What was that? Mints?
yeah,
D&D
D&D mints.
mints.
Because, like that thing of mints is like $5 or $10.
I got it for
Whereas
free.
if you get a
God damn.
well, free if you're jazz, but like as opposed to like a tin of Altoids is like $3, maybe $3.50 now. But like if the packaging were something that I could keep and reuse after consuming the item, I'd consume it and keep it.
Yeah, like Lee said,
Buy
the
it.
green alcohol drink, the Resident Evil branding stuff, it does cost more just because it says Resident Evil on it, and I bought a bunch of them because I wanted to try it, and
You
I
consumed it.
kept one. Yeah, I consumed it, but I also got one that's going to stay sealed for my collection. So, but like if
I
I want to
mean,
just drink more of it, then I can just buy the cheaper regular version of it.
when I used to go to conventions and like we were doing the Resident Evil cosplay, like there's some of the little booths at the deal in the dealer's room that had energy drinks that were themed from like different things, and they had the antivirus energy drinks. It was basically like a Red Bull, but it was the antivirus, and it was like umbrella, and I
Hmm.
bought it. Like I could have bought like a $3 can of Red Bull, but I bought it. It was like $5 or something, and I bought it and I drank it because it was part of my costume. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna buy this one because it's funnier. And like, but I don't think especially like soda and stuff. Because I remember I think I had like a bottle of Coke on my shelf because it was, or like it was a energy drink, but it was like a Duff beer, but it was like energy drink. And I had all these like collectible things like that, and like it like I don't know what the fuck happened, but it like self-destructed or something. Like it's not something you collect.
Yeah.
There's
I
just
learned
I
that
don't
the hard way too. I also bought one of those
know.
antivirus like
Yeah.
energy drinks, and like like I kept it sealed as a collectible, and then during one of my moves, guess what happened? It leaked.
Pop. Yeah. So after a
So
while, it's kind of what
yeah.
Carmen said. Like you drink it, you rinse it out. Like if you hang on a sec. I know you guys have seen this before, but like I remember I was looking for a nice bottle of wine or whatever to take to the cottage, and I bought this one because it was called Croft. And like I drank it, and it tasted good, and I rinsed and washed the bottle, and now it just sits on my shelf of Tomb Raider stuff. And like I bought it because it was I don't remember if it was more expensive, but like it was Croft. But like I kept it. But like yeah, I'd say what Carmen said: drink it, wash the can so you don't get bugs and like it doesn't get sticky and stuff, and like keep it as a collector's thing. But like don't keep it full, especially if it's soda, because the can or the bottle will like shrivel up on itself, and then you just paid extra money to have like probably an accident waiting to happen, like Sean.
Yeah.
Not saying you're the accident waiting to happen.
Yeah, that's
I'm certainly thinking it loudly.
well.
Wow.
I would even like with a bottle or a
My answer
can
is
or
no.
something.
I forgot to actually answer number one. So
I mean, I guess my answer
But you
boils down to
did.
yes.
But you already did, so your
I
answer.
said yes.
for like cosplay reasons, but not for collection or limited edition. Like at this point, no.
See, I don't bother to collect it. I just pay for it and use it, and then I chuck it in bin.
Okay, so for the limited edition, like specifically that, then maybe not. It depends on if more expensive is 20% more expensive or 200% more expensive.
Yeah, if it's like $1 or $2 more, like those Pikachu cookies I bought Alec. If you're paying for the brand and it's only a couple dollars more, then it doesn't really matter.
All right, question 2. Which female dead or alive character would you hang out with on Zack Island? I can't remember a fucking character in Dead or Alive.
Yeah, I never played the game, so I'm out of this one.
My favorite, I think, was Kasumi. Kasumi was my favorite.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
kind
say
of like
Levi.
Kasumi too. Levi.
Yeah, Zachary Levi. Zack Island.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like Zachary Levi.
Shazam!
Like I really do.
I can't remember her name.
Such a nerd. He was Eugene in Tangled.
It's that black-haired chick from Ninja Gaiden. I don't remember what her name is though.
Gabriella.
Rachel, I think. Is it Rachel? Yeah, no.
Lee says Lee Fang.
No, that's not it. What is her name?
I had a moment of confusion because I'm like, Lee says, no, that's it.
Fuck.
That's her name, fuck.
Yeah, her name is Fuck.
Yeah.
Momiji. There we go. Momiji is my answer.
Fuck, dead or alive.
I don't remember there being
Oh,
an
God.
emoji. I didn't see. I'm gonna look her up. You didn't give your own answer, Alec.
Well, I can't remember a fucking character from Dead
Just
or
say
Alive.
Zachary Levi.
Oh, wow.
He's awesome. It's pretty funny.
I'm gonna stick with fuck Dead or Alive. That that's fine.
Rose. Zach and Rose.
Even though it says female characters, he picks Leon.
Yeah.
It's not even in Dead or Alive.
No, not that Leon. There's more than one Leon.
Professional.
No, not up in here. There's. Jazz, read question 3.
Name.
Very good.
Sherator.
Character that you would kill at first once sight of meeting them.
Good job.
Okay, so
Ward
when I
mentality.
first played Halo Infinite, I immediately wanted to kick the pilot guy in the dick and kill him, but you can't kill him, and it's like, God damn it! So yeah,
Kill at first sight.
Ashley.
I'm waiting for it.
Wow. That's on brand.
I mean, it depends on the game. I
Yeah.
have an answer that you probably wouldn't believe, Sean.
Oh,
Would shock you.
Chris.
Okay, I have more than one answer, but I have one that would probably shock you.
Is it going to shock me or hurt my feelings?
Yes,
No.
you have those.
and you've
Is it
never
Leon?
guessed, and you never guess who. He knows I wasn't a big Leon fan for a while, so
Yeah.
Hmm. Who is mine?
Batman.
Yeah.
Who is it? Tell me.
Ellie.
Hmm.
No.
What?
Why?
My very first playthrough of Last of Us, I was like, okay, I don't like kids, so I was scarred with like having played Resident Evil 2 and having been stuck with Sherry and that not going so well, and having played Resident Evil 4 and been stuck with Ashley, who like I saw as like a defenseless little kid, and like now I'm like, great, this whole game is like you're playing this middle-aged guy who's stuck with this little kid who's probably not going to do shit. And so like I didn't really know. So the thing is, I avoided Last of Us for the longest time, not by choice, because I didn't have a PS3, and so I didn't have a way to like play it. So I managed to get like Jan and like her boyfriend at the time, Eric, like people that I knew not to tell me anything about the game. So I didn't know if it was zombies, I didn't know if it was vampires. All I knew it was that it was like a post-apocalyptic. That's it. That's all I knew. And so going into the game for the first time, like a year after it came out, I think I bought it the same day that Beyond Two Souls came out. So I came home with 2 games. I played it and I'm like, as soon as I find this kid, I'm gonna try to get her killed. I'm gonna kill her. I'm like, I don't want to fucking deal with her. And so like she shows up and she like tries to stab Joel. She's like, fuck off of her. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, little kid, you fucking bitch. And like the whole time I'm like swinging shit, trying to hit her, and I'm like pointing my flashlight at her, and I'm like, every time she talked, I was like, don't be such a sassy bitch. And then like as the game progressed, I'm like, she's such a little sassy little shit. I love this kid. Like,
damn it.
I'm like, damn it, I like this kid. And like you grow attached to, she's so sassy. And then when you get to play her, I'm like, oh fucking Ellie, oh fucking kill everyone. And I'm like having so much fun. So
That's such a testament to that game, though.
right, but that's why I'm like, it would shock you and like you would not believe me, but I wanted to kill her at first sight. Just destroyed.
If only the second
I
one
have
was as
mine.
good.
The second one,
Oh,
I just wanted her to
Abby.
die.
There we
No,
go.
I
Abby's
didn't.
fun.
I didn't want to kill Abby at first sight.
Really?
Yeah, because she started talking, and I was like, "Slore Bailey,"
Well,
but then she kept talking, and I was like, "Fuck you, Abby."
yeah.
And then she was like,
Yeah.
and then she wanted to
Carmen?
kill Ellie. So
What's your
I
thing
think-
then, Carmen?
I think mine would be either Eris or Yuffie
Wow.
from Final
What the
Fantasy
fuck?
VII.
Well, good thing
Because
Aerith
I
died.
always saw Aerith as like a freaking interloper, and like the first time I played the game, I was like, "You fucking homewrecker," and I didn't like her, and she was all like so overly sweet that at the time I felt like it was very like I get that she's like practically a priestess, and she's I get that that's her character, but for some reason it felt very false to me. Like I didn't trust her. I didn't like her. I don't
mean,
like her.
You don't have to kill her. You know, she will die anyway.
Yeah, just leave her
I
be.
know.
She'll get there.
Happy ending.
Maybe not in the remake. I don't know, but
You shut
Or-
the fuck up.
or
What?
Yuffie is
remake?
my second choice because Yuffie just steals your shit and she is useless and like I don't like her.
Mm,
It's just a
I could see Yuffie. Yuffie was pretty annoying. But I feel like that's a hot take on Aerith. Like, oh, I want Aerith to fucking die. Like, wow. all
I
right.
don't
You
like
don't hear that
Like, get
much.
to the good part of the fucking game.
because I felt like
Several kills.
I felt like Cloud and Tifa were endgame and this bitch
No,
is-
it's Cloud and
no.
Barrett. Come on, that's the end
Clearly.
game.
Were you like super excited when she got murdered?
I think kind of.
That's fucked up.
Like everybody's like, oh no, tears, and I'm like,
I just
I'm
got
okay
the
with
biggest boner right now. That's what you were like.
What?
Okay, Sean, do question 4.
Oh, what?
Wait.
There's a beeping. What is happening?
Wait, super
God
quick.
damn it. Hi, Carmen.
Super quick, John. Super quick.
What?
Hugo.
Oh, God. Yeah.
All right, read
Yeah.
question 4 now.
100%.
What
what
is
is
beeping?
beeping?
Who's playing
No.
Pong?
Who is beeping?
I think it's Carmen
No.
because you brought your thing down and now it hates you.
But I don't have anything that I know of that beeps. All right, I'm gonna mute.
Would you play the make of a game you enjoy if it existed?
What's it to make?
Demake?
Like a
Yeah,
remake, but
Remind
backwards.
me what's
It's
that?
the opposite of a remake. Where a remake, they'll make it look better. A demake, they make it look worse. Well, not necessarily
So a
worse,
remake.
but like
old,
they
old school.
they would make it look retro. Remake
Yeah.
makes it modern. Demake makes it retro.
I would say yes if it was reasonably priced.
I would,
I-
and I plan to. They're doing a demake of RE4, and it looks amazing, and I can't wait to play it.
Why are they making more RE4?
It's not official. It's a fan thing.
Stop!
No official companies, for the most part, make a demake.
It's worse than
I-
them saying they're making a remake of Last of Us 2.
I don't think that's real. It's probably a port. They're probably porting it to PS5, which makes sense.
I
I'll
would.
just stand around the toilet while she's peeing. No, probably not because I don't know.
Well, you don't really like retro stuff, right? Because like most of it's 2D, and you don't really like that.
Did I mention I really enjoyed playing Super Metroid?
Which is surprising to me because normally you don't like that kind
I
of
turned
shit.
into a little ball.
Oh my god, that's the reason.
But I really, it's hard to tell because the remakes they make sometimes are garbage. So I don't know, and I'm really picky about like which retro things. So I don't know, but I feel like once you got like a really pretty game to watch it be made retro,
Metro retro.
it's not. I don't know. It depends what it is. If it's like comical, like maybe I don't know.
Well, it's kind of like I showed you guys that trailer for that RE4 style kind of retro, like it was a mixture of like over the shoulder kind of shooter, but also kind of top down exploration, and it was retro themed. Do you remember that? I can't remember what it was called because it was like it's not like the people that are
Maybe.
making it, they're not American, so it's like got a weird name.
Maybe.
Anyways, I'll try to find that and I'll show it to you. But basically, like that's another one. It's not a demake because it's an original thing, just kind of themed similar to RE4. But like they're taking a concept, like a more modern concept of a game, and they're retrofying it. And I think that that's kind of a interesting concept for a game. I think that can be fun, especially in today's environment where like everything's so samey. It's nice to see them kind of try to do something
Samey
different.
or Samus.
Boo, 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 boo. Lee also said that he'd like to play the demake of RE1, which I also want to play. I have it, but I don't want to open it.
Yeah, well, Lee said a lot of things.
Actually, I might just download the
He wants to
emulation,
kill Steve.
the ISO or whatever, and play it on PC. That way, I don't have to open it. I mean, don't pirate games, everybody.
Yeah, unless it's a pirate.
Yeah.
Is coming back? Or...
I
She's
don't
pooping.
think she's coming back ever.
Herman's
Nah.
pooping.
We'll just go to question 5. Alec.
Which of these characters would you put money on to win
Jill.
in a fight? Kazuma Caillou,
Caillou.
Jill Valentine, Resident Evil, or Sora Ass from Kingdom Hearts?
Jill. Because she's
Like-
won against everything else she's fought so far. I think 2 little weeboos would be nothing for her.
Wow. Have you fucking played a Yakuza game? Are you crazy?
No, but Jill beat a snake, fucking Nemesis, like Wesker, probably all of Africa, fucking Chris multiple times, I think.
Kiryu fucking like fist fights zombies and monsters like it ain't shit.
Jill killed a giant snake.
But did
That
she
ate a
do it
guy
with her
with a
bare
shotgun.
hands?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Knife only run, was it?
Jill. It's Jill.
I love Jill, but I'm gonna have to go with Kiryu on this one. Sora's a little bitch.
I don't know Yakuza. I don't really know Kingdom
Wow,
Hearts. that
where's your
well
Jill
either.
pride, Lee?
Good
So
job,
I'll-
Lee. Good job.
I'll go with Jill, for Jazz.
Yeah.
I
How
was,
dare
I was
you.
trying
Nobody
to say,
cares
Jill,
about Sora. What a loser.
well, does Sora have like
even have a
Sailor
real
Moon
sword.
level powers?
No, he has a key. And Disney
But
friends.
Does the key have
And
Sailor
Disney
Moon level
friends.
powers?
No.
Because Disney princesses can be strong, even though he's a.
No, he doesn't talk to girls.
Well, It's for me. It's between Jill and Sora.
So
Face
say
the
Jill.
darkness.
Wow.
All right. Question 6, common.
Which of these is definitive? I'm sorry, excuse me. Which of these is the definitive Resident Evil 4? GameCube, PS2, Wii, HD Remaster, iOS, Zeebo. What the fuck is Zeebo? Android, UHD Edition, Switch, VR, or remake?
Just a list of all the
Says
fucking
and.
things.
They should
that
make
that
another
game came
version
out
of that,
on.
I think.
No.
What is Zeebo?
It's the one with the Oompa
And what
Loompas.
Yeah, everybody's purple or blue or some shit.
I think the Wii is the definitive version.
No.
Yeah.
Where was it released first? And I would say that's the definitive version.
Well, it was a GameCube.
GameCube?
Yeah.
GameCube. That's my
I'm
answer.
probably gonna
You
say
don't-
the HD version. I feel like that was it's the same thing as the original, but it's cleaned up.
I have the GameCube version.
Because like going back to the GameCube version, it looks like shit. Like GameCube games look like shit, especially
The whole
on
thing is
modern
brown.
TVs.
Yeah, it's a bit like watching Duel, like the remake of
Mhm.
the first episode or the second one. Then he goes to episode 3, and like, whoa, what a fuck.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good example of the difference.
I don't know.
Right.
If the remake was truly like a scene for scene remake, then I would say remake. But of course, it isn't.
No, the HD. I'm saying the HD remaster,
Yeah, I
which
know.
is the
but
original. Oh, I see what you're saying. I got you.
I'm saying Like my answer lies with the GameCube because, but oh, okay. So basically, I would agree with you, Sean, if I had ever actually seen it, because I say like the most. I know it's just the wildest thing, but I would say like the very original version, which would be GameCube. But I wish for like updated graphics and the remaster sounds.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
Remastered.
it doesn't make sense to pick anything before the HD remaster because like they didn't fuck up anything. So like there's no negatives, but you get all the positives of cleaned up graphics and faster loading times. So like I don't know why Lee, why did you say GameCube? That makes no sense.
Because the GameCube is good.
Because
The
original.
GameCube's great, but it looks like shit.
You look like shit. What?
All right. So let's do the last one. Question 7.
Darren.
7. Jazz and Sean read one word of the question in time. So what is
What?
Carmen, I've almost made a mission, even though you never saw it.
What?
all right? So Sean and Jazz read the question together. So Sean
What,
says,
in your opinion, is the
It's
biggest
the biggest hurdle
when making
in the cinema.
video editing.
Making it.
No, that's the easy part.
Starting.
Depends on the day. Starting, yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
because once you start, you've got the rhythm. But
That's
What?
yeah,
Oh
that's
my
actually a
God.
good point. Because it really depends. Like sometimes writing is the hardest, sometimes it's the easiest. Video editing, I don't know.
I think sound effects, that's tedious.
Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah.
Actually,
Prettiest.
I would say writing, which is why I'm not like into actually making them myself, because I don't have the
Holy.
same sort of. I don't have the
That's
same
fucking
sort
real.
of. I don't have that sort of absurdist humor that you guys have. Like, I'm not comfortable.
Wow.
How dare you?
Don't deny it, Alex.
Like I can't. Like, if I have that sort of humor, it lives in my head, and it does not see the light of day.
Nazi.
And well, no. But that. So my answer is actually writing, and hats off to Sean for doing that. Like, it's not my I think of myself as a writer, but that comedy writing, that's not my thing.
There's one other answer I would say for question 7, and it's waiting for voiceover lines to come back.
That's true too.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Whoa! Am I being attacked?
Oh.
Wow. The whole fucking thing, all right.
Yeah.
I just find like getting started. Like writing to me is the easiest part. Because
You never hit a wall though, like where it's hard to write? Because sometimes that happens to me.
Not really, because it's just always so stupid and it doesn't make sense. That like it just keeps going and like I don't know. Writing I find the easiest part. It's just sitting down and like getting started with the editing or like getting started with something like where am I gonna go? Where is this gonna start? And once I start and like I'm going. That's it.
I also struggle with getting the sound balance right. I don't think I've ever got one Michelin Man with sound balance right anyway.
That could be tough too. It's something you get a feel for as well.
Yeah. That's world mentality, and it's already been 10 minutes past 2. Ah.
All right, what else we got?
We could probably do this one really quickly.
Yeah.
That other one, Sean.
That other one.
Yeah. I spy a game beginning with ... In this game, all you have to do All you have to do is use the image clues to tell me what the name of the video game title is. Okay, so look at the first 4 pictures. All right, there's 4 letters that the 4 images will help you with. All right.
First
So each image is a letter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Huh?
I think I get it. Hold on a second.
I don't understand.
All right, so
Who's the Overwatch girl's name?
don't know, but it could be just O for Overwatch. Maybe.
So it could be either the character or the game.
Yep.
The first word is memo.
So wait, there's like using all 10 of these pictures, we want the name of one video game total.
Yep. So it's 2 separate words, but it makes up this.
Oh, and the
Video
first
game
word is
total.
4 letters using
Yeah.
the first letter of those 4 pictures.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, using the first letter only?
The first
So
one
the
doesn't
first
make
word is-
sense.
The
Dino
first one is
Crisis.
like memo or something.
Yeah, I was thinking Dino Crisis too, but Dino doesn't make sense because of the Metal Gear. That's not N.
Sick.
All right, so Jazz got it straight away.
What?
How
It
is
is Dino
how is the
Crisis.
first one Dino though? Dr.
Okay,
Mario,
so-
Inferno.
Crisis.
What's
And
Yeah,
what's Snake got
ISIS.
in his hand?
a rocket launcher?
Nicketeer.
Oh, get fucked.
So yeah, Dr. Mario, Inferno, Nicketeer,
So that's a crank.
Overwatch.
What's the second one for the R for the second word?
Rise.
Rise. Crisis. Okay. I see it.
Yeah, and then S for Steve.
You didn't even try with Ico.
No, I was struggling.
It
But
could have been
who-
game. Like it could have been
The fuck is the Ken looking dude? Don't judge me.
what?
The Ken looking dude. Ryu.
Ryu.
Street Fighter.
So how do you get S out of Ryu?
Street Fighter.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's a character in the game Street Fighter.
Yeah, character or game. That's why I asked for clarification.
I'm glad you got it. But some people got it eventually, and some people got it like that. So yeah,
It was
that
just
quick.
the Metal Gear that threw me off.
Perhaps I can do.
I
some
need
more.
another one. Quick, make one right now while we're talking.
Look, I made that game up like 5 minutes before we started.
Good job. Good job.
Mhm.
All right, let's read your comments really quickly. Comment 1 from Survive This Friday the 13th, episode 1 with Jazz Rich.
Jesus.
Samuel said, your commentary is hilarious. Question 1. When you do your Let's Plays, do you write jokes prior to the gameplay?
No.
No.
No,
Especially
no,
not that one.
Yeah.
Jumping out the windows.
I mean, we had prime real estate with that fucking kid.
Yeah, the squeaker.
Yeah.
God,
That was good. That was
Started
a good
hitting
Let's
us, and
Play.
we locked him in the room with Jason, and he started screaming louder.
That was a fun one.
It was pretty funny.
Okay, question 2. Do you generally think you're funny?
No,
I mean,
I think Sean's funny.
wow.
Funny looking.
What?
I was waiting for that one.
Don't we all have a sound pad, yet none of us can fucking use it?
I don't have it. I never got it. I don't
You guys
want it.
can't hear it. I don't know why.
We'll get there one day.
Yeah. I swear it updates itself and it's just like, no, you will not work now. Get a different thing. All right, not question 2. Comment 2 from Ward Plays Dead by Daylight episode 8 with Chaotic Cora? I don't know, whatever.
Chaotic
Yeah.
aura.
I was right. Ish.
Okay.
Ada.
Scene Dog said Adam Sandler peaked with Waterboy. Hasn't made a good movie since
Jeez.
1999.
Wow.
How is that relevant? I can't even think of what.
Okay, so I actually did watch the video, and it's like were talking about Adam Sandler movies, and you somehow.
Somehow. No, I need
So
to go watch that. Why the fuck were we talking about that?
I don't know. Question 3: Is Waterboy actually funny? Because I haven't. I bought it on DVD, or someone bought it for me as a gift, and I did kind of like Adam Sandler movies, but like I never watched it, despite I had it.
I used to like
I
Adam
watched it and
Sandler a
don't
lot, but I
remember it.
feel like I haven't seen most of those movies in such a long time. I feel like if I were to watch them today, I'd probably think they're very stupid,
I just remember
especially
you can
Waterboy.
do it. Remember, you can do it. You can do it all night long.
Like even that, like why is that funny?
They overdid
don't
it. They
know.
put it in like all the movies.
Yeah,
You can do it. What's
Alright.
just
that
one of
Rob
those things
Schneider?
that like stuck
Or,
around.
wait,
But
is
if you
that his
think
name?
about it, like why is that funny? It's not, but it
Maybe
was.
you
I
haven't
don't know
either.
why.
Question 3: What went wrong with Adam Sandler?
Everything.
Who knows?
I don't like lowbrow humor, so I never really liked him.
He made 1 or 2 movies that got laughs, and then he kept making movies that were exactly the same. And then he did not grow with his comedy. Like he just stayed at the same level and was
Yeah.
outdone like really fast.
Yeah, he overstayed his welcome.
Yeah, like it's just he became like the outdone joke. Like he just thought he was. I guess I don't know if he or the people that were casting him thought that he was funnier than he was, and then like yeah.
Okay. And question 5: What is your favorite Adam Sandler movie?
Happy
50
Gilmore.
First Dates.
Little Nicky.
What?
My cousin and I would watch the shit out of that movie. That and 8 Crazy Nights.
Oh, that's actually a really good movie. That one holds up. That's actually still a good movie
Yeah,
today.
but I
I
think
just
Little
don't like.
Nicky because like that was me and my cousin's movie. Like we watch it, we quote it every time we go to Popeyes. We're like, Popeyes chicken is the shit. Like
I just can't stand him in that his like the way he talks and shit.
I
I
know
just so
it's
grating.
so dumb, but it's got like Matt Stone and Trey Parker, and it's just like I don't know. It's so
I like.
stupid.
I used to love 50 First Dates, but it's actually quite problematic.
Big
That
Daddy was okay too.
Yeah, that was okay. I actually liked Click. I don't know if you've seen that.
So
Oh
a
I
lot
yes,
of people
like
tell me that. I'm like, it has Kate Beckinsale, and I want to like it, but I don't know.
You should give it a chance.
I've seen it.
I'm shocked. Oh, so what then?
I want to like it. I just
Oh, but you don't.
don't care for it. I have it. I just
Oh.
meh.
I want to like it. I just don't care for him. And I might also have it on DVD. Somebody must have given it to me or
If
something.
they replaced Adam Sandler with somebody else, how would you feel?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, I
As long
just
as
like
it's
the
not
movie. Like, I don't like it as an Adam Sandler movie. I just like the movie for what it is.
Rob
Yeah,
Schneider.
because I mean it's sci-fi and time travel. Well, not actually time travel, just like time stuff. Yeah.
All right. So that's the end of read your comments. I just want to have one last question. Seeing as we're in Halloween month, I want to ask, what is the scariest survival horror game that you've played?
PT.
Scariest? I
Mm-hmm.
think when I watched Sean play Silent Hill like 15 years ago, I don't think I ever really played it myself. I might have like started to try go through the first section, but I'd say so far as creepy and scary, yeah, that still holds up. Like I'm not scared of scary games.
You know, I have to give a shout out to Rush of Blood, Until Dawn, Rush of Blood in VR. That actually made me jump, just because like the scares are like literally like in your face in the VR. Like it actually was really effective. Like not many games make me jump, but it actually made me jump a couple of times. I was impressed.
I jump.
Only
Even if I'm not like
only because of the
scared, I
VR though.
jump.
If that game wasn't in VR, no.
Jazz?
I don't know. I feel like we've answered this, and I always have a hard time. I know when I was younger, like I was scared of even playing RE2 because of the liquor crawling across the window at the start. But I don't know. Is there a game that I've played that I said I was scared? I mean, I always say I'm scared when we're playing PUBG, but I'm not actually scared of PUBG.
It's a different kind of fear.
You get scared when I take my clothes off in the
Yeah, I'm scared of whatever I play with Alec.
Yep.
I'm just scared of Alec.
Yes, I do that.
If they made an Alec game, there you go.
I mean, like,
I have
yeah,
another
Alec
answer.
Simulator.
like
Alex
the Man of Medan
Stimulator.
games were kind. Well, the Man of Medan was like kind of like suspenseful, and it wasn't like scary. It had some jumps and stuff like that, but I guess like something because I did it to myself. I played with like these like big headphones, and I turned off all the lights, and I was home alone, and I was playing Blair Witch. That was pretty scary. I mean, you I think I was streaming or something, like one of you was watching me play, and I was like screaming. Yeah, I was screaming. And Song of Horror was pretty creepy too.
Did you ever finish that?
No, but I meant to go back to it and start over. But honestly, like all those shitty little like games that I played on Steam and I like did little playthroughs of, the ones I played like 10 minutes and then like died and didn't go back to, those were pretty scary. I don't remember what they were, but like they're jump scares.
I have a new answer for mine. I'm still playing through it, but Resident Evil Revelations. I think that's the one with the communications officer and that bang 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 Mayday. That the thing is I don't know if you call it like being scared or whatever, but like it rattled me so much that even thinking about hearing that voice like gets me like nah.
You want it to be less scary? Just imagine he's on the toilet and he's like trying to make a mayday call to ship stuff. So he's just like there and he's like he's got his camera. He's like mayday.
But that sound, like especially wearing headphones, like it goes through you or something. But like it's the most like just like it
sound does.
It freaks me out. Is that the same thing as fear? Because like
it does something to you.
It does something not good to me.
I had so many plans for that scene for like Irrelevations, but you can't, even with like the voices turned off. It comes through as like sounds, like the monster sounds come through, and so he's still like making noises.
You just have to mute it.
Just mute the whole thing.
It's gonna be a pain in the ass.
So then I lose like the chain. I have to put the chain rattling.
Yeah, you have to manually input all of it in there. It's just for one scene.
There was something that happened when I was recording at that scene that I really wanted to keep in there, and I'm like, I got to keep that scene in there then because it was really stupid. But yeah, I want to keep him because I like him.
I'm with you, Lee. Lee said that he picked Silent Hill F because he's scared of it being a bad game. Me too.
Village.
I'm terrified.
Scared of playing Village.
Oh my god, the scariest game of all time.
Okay. This
has been episode 211. Oh wait, you put me in this and I'm not even ready. Hold on. I gotta videos. You fucking hold on a second.
Now, do you remember that Pizza Hut commercial? 7511111 7511111.
737 11 is all pizza. Hey.
This has been episode 211. Thanks for joining us, everybody. If you enjoy the podcast or any of the content at the Ward, please consider helping us grow by sharing our content, liking the video, and subscribing. You can also support us through patreon.com/thewardproductions to get exclusive content. And so at some point, you can get merchandise like t-shirts, hats, and more on our website that I can't tell you what it is because it's probably going to change. Have a great week, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.